College has become way too expensive. Like, have you guys seen how much tuition costs these days? It's like you need a loan just to even think about getting a degree. If you want to get your bachelor's, you might as well sell one of your kidneys to pay for tuition, because that's how expensive it feels like it is these days. I mean, I get that college is supposed to be an investment, sure, whatever, but investments are supposed to offer returns. When the cost of entry is pushing six figures and you graduate with a mountain of debt just to land an entry-level job that pays $45K a year, if you're lucky, something's broken. I don't get how they expect people to start their lives with all that debt. I mean, a degree used to be a ticket to a good job and a good life, but now it just feels like a really expensive gamble. So the average cost of tuition is around $11K per year for in-state schools and over $42K for private colleges. Like, for instance, my first choice quoted me around $16K a year out of pocket, and that was after financial aid. And I was living off campus with my parents, meaning I wasn't paying for a dorm or using a meal plan, just paying for classes. That's it. My second pick was around $12K a year, and get this, it was an online school. Yeah, $12K to sit in my bedroom and stare at a screen. And those numbers are just averages. There are schools charging way more than that. Look, I'm not saying education isn't valuable, of course it is, but at the cost? Nah, this is getting crazy. Like, back in the day, like in the 70s or 80s, you could literally work a summer job and pay your tuition with that. Today, you get to work full-time, live with your parents, eat nothing but beans and rice, and you'll probably still end up in debt. Student loan debt in the US now totals over $17 trillion. That's trillion, with a T. That's more than credit card debt. That's more than auto loan debts. What's wild is, tuition keeps going up, and yet somehow, students are getting less for their money. I get that education costs money, and I'm not expecting it to be free, but it should be way cheaper. You'd think with a price tag, college would be like living in some 5-star resort meets TED Talk utopia. Instead, students are just crammed to these moldy dorms with broken AC, buying $200 textbooks that they're required to access through online codes that expire after one semester. And sure, okay, there's overhead, I get that. Professors need to get paid, there's admin costs, upkeep for the campus, sporting events, whatever. But it's not like I'm asking them to teleport me to Mars or to give me a gold-plated degree. Just, I don't know, man. And I get that you don't have to go to college. There are trade schools, you can go into entrepreneurship, there's options. And honestly, for a lot of people, those might be better options. But the reality is, college is still treated like the default. It's, the safe bet. It's a box you have to check if you want to access most career tracks, even if those jobs don't actually require a degree to do well in them. Employers still use a diploma as a filtering system. And schools push this college narrative so hard. So technically, you do have a choice, but in practice, the pressure to go to college is still real. And most people are just trying to play the game the way they've been told. Meanwhile, college sports programs are pulling in millions, some even billions of dollars, and somehow students still have to pay for a student activity fee just to attend games. The athletic coaches are paid more than a university president, and yet students are rationing ramen and praying their financial aid doesn't suddenly get reevaluated. And don't even try and justify it by saying, oh, they invest in the facilities. You mean that $7 million gym with a rock climbing wall and a lazy river? That's great and all, but maybe let's fix the chemistry lab equipment from 1994 before building a brand new stadium. Just a thought. Honestly, the whole system needs an overhaul. College should be affordable. In many countries it is. In Germany, for example, public universities are tuition free, even for international students. In Finland, same deal. And before anybody pulls the, oh, but we're not Europe card. Okay, fair. But are we really okay with being the most expensive option and not the best value? Especially from a country that claims to be the best in the world. And I know people love to yell personal responsibility in these conversations. Yes, we do all make choices. But what kind of choice is it really when the alternatives of going to college is lifelong unemployment? Or when a teenager, barely old enough to vote, is asked to make a $100K decision with no financial literacy and no guarantees. That's not really a choice, for when the past 30 years, society has beaten into our heads that if you don't go to college, you're a failure. You'll never get a good job. You'll just flip burgers forever. You won't be respected. It's been marketed to us like it's the only path to success. And once you sign that dotted line, we're told you should have known better. It's like convincing someone to jump out of a plane and then mocking them mid-air for not checking if they packed a parachute. Crazy thing is, even with a degree, there's no guarantee of anything anymore. Job markets are saturated. Degrees used to open doors, but now they barely get your resume noticed. Entry-level positions want 5 years of experience and a master's degree, all for $38K and no benefits. So, what even is the point again? A fancy piece of paper that says you did a thing? I don't know, but that's all I got. College can be worth it, but not at any cost. Now when students are drowning in debt before their life even starts. But what do you think? Is college way too expensive, or is it priced right? Also, I want to know, are you in college? Do you want to go? You didn't go? Dropped out? I want to hear about it. Drop your story in the comments. Let's talk about what's working and what's not, and what actually needs to change. Feel free to drop a like. Don't forget to sub for more videos like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.